people know they can be guaranteed that when they tune in, they're going to see something new and different. I had this urge to travel from the time I was little. I enjoyed so much just the different cultures and the way people are and how they live. Being able to combine all the stuff I love, like flying, traveling, observing other cultures, finding cool materials, and then being able to make that all come together is really, really wonderful.
He's here, the action man himself, Mr. Jay King. Jay, sir, good to see you.
It's always fun working with you. You're one of the favorite people. We always have a good time.
We have a great time.
I can relate to the British.
For all my sins. Well, we love the fact that Jay is here in the middle of a wonderful visit. We're going to have an awesome 2 hours together. There's a bit of American there. You see, awesome.
Yeah. Well, you know, I found myself saying "Cheers, mate," and also all the ladies around me now, I call them love and stuff.
Yes.
It's not a bad thing, right? But you get into that. You know, like I've got into that. But now I say "Cheers" all the time.
Yeah.
Mate, cheers, mate. You know.
You see, you're becoming a hybrid like I am.
I know. Yeah.
I want to tell everybody right out of the gate, because I don't want anybody to miss out. 9 p.m. Eastern Time. 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You've got to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, Hubei turquoise, arguably the most revered, most famous, most sought after turquoise in the world, is back at HSN with Jay, one time only, at a price point that we've never been able to hit before. Jay, how big is the Hubei turquoise offer at 9 p.m.?
Well, this is like a once in a lifetime deal, but it also is probably one of the, for us, it might be the last time ever that you'll ever see the material in a necklace, be able to see it in a necklace.
It's 9 p.m. sharp, so please stay with us. Okay, let's get things started with a bang. I have 250 of our amazing Ethiopian white opal. I'm gonna grab it right off here so you can see the magic and the majesty of what is AAA grade. Jay, magic, isn't it?
Well, this is, you know, and unfortunately, you know, the problem with the lighting in here, you can see, okay, there's a good shot. Okay, there you go. And okay, see how good this looks right here? You see the fire in all this?
Yeah.
This is precious opal. So it's precious Ethiopian, precious opal. When you get this home, if you take this, if you have it in real, like a white light source, or like, even if I could go over here and open one of these fake windows.
You're welcome to try, Jay.
Okay, and you could see this in more of a natural light. You'll see what I'm talking about. This is AAA grade. And I'm telling you right now, you know, like this price, I know that this might seem like it's kind of high for, you know, like what we do and stuff. I'm telling you, honestly, for this grade of opal, in precious opal, I don't care what any appraisal comes in. I doubt that you could even touch anything. If you could find something like this in this grade at $1,000 for a strand unfinished, you would be lucky. I'm just telling you from my own personal experience, I deal in a lot of Ethiopian precious opal. Yeah. The only reason that you're even getting to see this is this is really kind of, I have a friend who specializes in Ethiopian opal, precious opal. He also specializes in Ethiopia. 2 years ago had an emerald strike. Okay, you know, on Victoria, that's beautiful. You see that again? You know what it is? Against the contrast of the light in your skin. Yes. And this is going to do. Now, what do you see in every one of those? This is why I'm saying this is all AAA grade material.
200 left.
Every one of them. Every single bead in that strand has fire. Right. Everyone. You will. Okay, that's only in AAA grade material. For me to even cut this, for me to even cut this with my opal, my precious opal, my AAA and AA material, I would probably have probably around $1,000 or $1,500 just in the rough, Now here, do you see how it's getting washed out? It's because of the lights, Guy. You got to see it like in Victoria. If you see, that's when you really get to see what it looks like. I mean, every one of these looks like they're on fire. And what that is look at it. That is the property of what they call opalescence. Only precious opal has opalescence. Yes. And the only reason that I even have these, or I could get it, my friend, he specializes in Ethiopian precious opal. He's my contact in the fields there. That's what he specializes in. They, about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, they had an emerald strike in Ethiopia. He's also doing Ethiopian emeralds. The only reason that I have these is he needed some money, and he needed it like right now. This guy's got, trust me, he's not a pauper, okay? It's just that when he's having to buy things, this is all cash, guys, okay? Cash. I mean, there is no credit, there is no net, nothing, right? There is no check even. You pay cash, and that he needed cash that day, he needed it desperately. He sold me the beads, the material and the beads that he had cut for an order. He was going to get way over, just wholesale on these, way over $1,000 per strand. I'm just telling you what he was going to get for them. This was like, it's one of those deals where I'm just at the right place at the right time. And to tell you the truth, anybody that would have been there that day that could have given him the cash would have been able to score this, and not just us. This isn't something where he called me. I just happened to be in the area, and it was just one of those things that he had to do the deal. He had to do the deal that day. He needed the money right then and there. So we got this. And here's the thing. I could actually wholesale these for far more that we're even selling this. And I just want everybody to know this. I mean, if you want, take this into a jeweler, have them look at it. I guarantee you, go in their store, even go in any of the finest stores and see if you can take your Ethiopian opal, your precious opal, you take this strand in, and you see if they could even sell you what they would charge you for something like that, or even if it would even be possible. It's just incredible, crazy deal.
Guys, these will be sold out when the clock hits 0. There'll be none left. And the only reason we're starting the show with it is because there were so few to start with. I know, because I'm looking at your wonderful comments as well. Everybody's saying hi to Jay. I know you feel the same way, but with Jay, the authenticity and the extraordinary trust that we have in Jay, the credibility of a lifetime doing this, what Jay says matters. So when Jay is out here and we're talking about if you were to find really what could you expect to pay, Jay said, as God is my witness, Jay said the same thing to me in Green Room 4 here in St. Petersburg. In fact, I'll tell you what he actually said to me. He said, Adam, if you could get this for $1,000 or $2 is what he'd actually said to me, because this value is so dramatically lower than what we would find in the real world. But in the real world, you'd be hard pressed to find it.
You can't, okay, even if you could find it, okay? And I'm just telling you this, I have jewelry friends in, I really don't live anywhere. I live in a suitcase, okay? But one of the places...
Saves you on the mortgage payments, Jay.
One of the places I do live at times, or I have a home, is in Florida, is in Vero Beach. And I have a lot of friends there. And I'm fortunate in the fact that I know a lot of the local jewelers and stuff. I will tell you, he would love for me just to shut up and sell this stuff to them, right? And never, but I don't do it. I do sell them every now and then. I'll sell them, I sell them cabs or something if they got somebody special or something they want to do. But I'm just telling you, look, I've been in this business for 43 years. Precious opal, I spent a lot of time in Australia. In fact, that's why I have an Australian pilot's license. At one time, I would fly to all the mines, the opal mines, precious opal mines in Australia, and I would buy the parcels and everything. That's what I did. I mean, I literally would fly in because, to the little dirt strips. I've landed on the highways. I've landed on dirt roads and taxied up to the bar, and that's how you do. You taxi up to the bar and camp the night, and everybody comes in. I can tell you stories. It's really great. This took over that. 95% of all the precious opal in the entire world used to come out of Australia. Now probably less than 5% comes out of Australia. They just don't do it. Ethiopia took over the market. This is the stuff that is what's on the market right now. This is all natural. Here's the thing. And here's the difference. You can get these strands, and you can get them fairly cheap, right? You can get them fairly cheap. But you'll have maybe 12 beads that have fire. The rest of them are opal, but you get maybe 12 that have fire. Every single bead in this has fire. Every single bead.
Well, folks, it's sold out. Thank you for all of your orders.
I don't want it to sell out. Okay, now Adam was telling me, you know, like before, he says, you know, what can you tell me about this? This is by far, okay, and this is, I mean, it's really crazy. I think that they load the show for Adam and me or something. But this is the largest.
The size of it.
This is the largest blue lace agate beaded necklace I've ever cut in my life. I forgot. You know, I did this, I cut this probably 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago.
Really?
Until I came out on the set and saw it, I said, oh my God, I forgot I had done that. And this is kind of like my last hurrah with this. This is all my A grade, triple A grade blue lace agate. You just don't even find this anymore. I mean, this is a done deal that I used to buy from the Swanson family. The mine's been closed for a long time.
We'll do it in about 10 minutes, folks. It is coming up, I promise you. It's at this day only. We're getting a lot of questions about the Hubei. Folks, we are 49 minutes away. It's at 9 p.m. Eastern time. If you do find that you're shopping with us a lot, don't forget to apply for the HSN credit card. Get $20 off that first single item purchase. It's a great way to go. And again, 9 p.m. tonight, for every single J. King fan, we will do something that has never been done before. The most revered, collected, perhaps the rarest, certainly one of the most famous turquoises, antique vintage, Hubei. Last time I had Hubei with Jay, it was nearly $300, and Hubei turquoise on HSN is I mean, how often do we have Hubei, Jay?
You can't get it, and that's the big thing. We had it in December of last year, and I hadn't even had it for like 7 years prior to that. You usually see cabochons, maybe a little of this, maybe a necklace here and there, but it's just, it's a great story, but it's one of these things that you just don't get. And this is the last hurrah for a necklace.
It will be 9 p.m. We will release it to America at 9 p.m., so please be with us. Jay, this is a quick sellout. There's 3 dozen. Tell us about Red Coral.
I got to tell you this, okay? And the only good thing now is I know where I just brought my wife. We live in England during the summertime, and then I commute back and forth.
The best time to be there, Jay. The only time that I would ever. I've been there in the winter. No way. You couldn't pay me to go back. That's why I'm here, Jay.
That's why he's here. Trust me. So. My wife, though, is at a party right now.
Oh, really?
And that's why I scheduled this to be on now, because otherwise, when I got home on Tuesday, this would be sitting on our doorstep. UPS would be at our house, and they would have delivered this. This whole suite, okay, I designed. This is old craft, kind of like designs that I did back in the day, and this brings back so many memories, guys. I mean, this is where I started doing custom jewelry like this. These are custom pieces. These prices are a joke. I mean, they're a joke. Even back in the 70s and 80s, I was selling designs like this for 3 and 4 times, 5 times this cost. And that's when a dollar went a lot further back in the 70s, guys, and 80s. I mean, this just shows you, you know, where the kind of the trade, the craft has gone. These are really, these are true gallery designs. Check out this necklace. And it's 60 inches. Look at this wraps. I guarantee if my wife was home right now, if she was watching me on TV, that's why I timed this. I knew she was going to be at this party.
You're a smart man, Jay.
No, I knew she'd be at this party. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put it on this show. No way.
Look at the length of this.
Look at this. Okay, in this, I mean, think about this. You could wrap it around. It's 60 inches, and not only 60 inches, but you have 4. So do the math, okay? Okay, so that's 20 feet, guys. This is 20 feet of coral.
That's unbelievable.
20 feet of coral, okay? You can't, you know, and here again, okay, this is like old school, this is what I do. I can't do a lot of these. I just did this because I woke up one day and I started drawing.
You were inspired.
And I was inspired, and I was having flashbacks from the day, right? When I had hair. It was black.
It was a long time ago, right?
Let's not get hurtful. Let's not get hurtful here. That's when it was, that was long and black. Well, look at these. Okay, look, and this is nothing. Look, guys, this is nothing but pure class, okay? And right now, the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta is going on. I saved this for my 24-year anniversary. but this is like, I mean, it's, you know, like I said, even in the 70s, these prices, I mean, I couldn't, there's no way I could even have touched that. You know, making it, I wouldn't have been able to make it for that.
You could see the excitement. We're excited to share it with you. Just before we get to our This Day Only, I have now been told that the Hubei is inside the armoire. I don't know if we can get a quick shot, but inside the jewelry armoire to my left, we have our beautiful Hubei turquoise necklace. Folks, the reveal is at 9 p.m. So we're not allowed to show it before. We will release it for sale at 9 p.m. Eastern Time in our jewelry armoire. If you are somebody that appreciates the finer things, you will want what's inside that jewelry armoire. Okay, Jay, blue lace agate. You say you've forgotten about it. What a big reminder. It's huge, this.
You know, and this has such a history with me. And I go back with this, literally, I go back with this material almost 40 years. I've been doing this for 43 years. I've been doing it for more than that, but 43 professionally. And the reason I say that, I count from the time I started to actually pay tax. Okay? Before that, I was just a hippie, right? I was kind of like a redneck cosmic cowboy hippie.
The good
type.
days.
I was cowboy hat. I mean, you know, Western. I didn't, you know, Western wear wasn't a fad. It was just how we dressed.
It's a way of life.
So, but this, you know, like what's really crazy. You know, I'm already designing. We're already building for 2020. Oh, that's how far I have to work out because everything's hand done. Right. So I'm not kidding when I say, you know, because Adam was asking me. He says, "Well, what do you think about this?" And I'm thinking, "Oh, I don't know." I kind of felt stupid because I was thinking, "Oh God, I don't know. It's blue lace agate." And then I walked out and he thought, "You dummy! Oh my gosh!" You know. And I remember cutting this.
It was a long time ago.
I cut this 6 to 8 months ago is when I actually built this and made this. This by far, guys, is absolutely the biggest blue lace agate necklace I've ever made. Okay. This is a piece of the material, just so you can see. And this is what makes blue lace agate, blue lace agate. This only comes out of one location in the whole entire world. Okay. It comes out of a little, outside of a little town called Springbok. Okay. In South Africa, and when I first flew into this, they had a T-shirt hanging in a tree, and that was the windsock. You can't make this up. When we landed, we had a real small plane, and it wasn't even a big plane; it was a small plane. And we landed. I had about a foot on each side of pavement. That's all I had, if you want to call it pavement. I mean, it was pretty wild. Anyway, now they've improved it since. I mean, this is like in the 70s, early 80s. But the Swanson family own this. If you go to the Smithsonian, you'll see a huge sphere of this. This is when George they were getting this material out of the ground. I mean, like you would not believe. Right. And George donated this huge globe of this to the Smithsonian, and he marketed it. George was a really wise man. He was pretty unique individual. Right. He would have made a great movie. It would have been a great interview. But George actually. He marketed as the stone of world peace. Oh, really? Now, this was predominant. You could get this. A lot of people have blue lace agate, right? Here's what's happened. They haven't mined it in years and years and years. But when George was mining it, there were containers and containers that were out there. And then what's happened is that now, you know, there is none of this. This is the AAA, AA, A grade material. Right. Do you see the lacing in every one of these beads? Okay, now any of the blue lace agate that comes from that mine that's still left over is all the things that it's just blue, right? There's no lacing in it. So it doesn't really make it special. It's just a blue agate, right? Like that's all it is, a blue agate. This is the blue lace, but what makes this so special is the lacing in this. Okay, now, check this out. Look at the sizes. You know, okay, on our beautiful model. Look at this. Okay.
That's drama right there.
Is that drama or what? I mean, like you walk into a room like that, people are going to think you got money.
It's true. It's true.
No, I mean, they're really. I'm a people watcher. Okay.
Yeah, I am too.
I spend a lot of time in airports. Believe it or not. Okay. I know that's hard to believe.
People that day.
Well, you know, you sit down, but you know what? I play a game to see, you know. If I can guess what that person's life is like, right? And I'm getting pretty good at it. I think I'm pretty good at it. But if you walk by me like this and you look like this, I would think, okay,
Something important.
Somebody's loves their jewelry,
Yes.
and they've got special connections for jewelry, right? But if you look at this and knowing what this is, it's blue lace, it's an agate, I know, but this is highly collectible. What makes this so collectible? This material probably has been in my collection, and I'm not kidding. It could be there for as long as 20 years.
Right.
It could be there for as long as 20 years. We save up the top grade of anything I ever got. I am a hoarder, okay? But I learned a long time ago, I had a great mentor who taught me, always save your best material for the last, okay?
Right.
Absolutely. And so that's what I've always done. Well, not always, but I've done it since I grew up and learned some hard lessons, okay? So I only buy the best material. I mean, but I'm talking the best of the best of the best. This is the best of the best of the best, guaranteed. And this is something I just don't have. You haven't seen blue lace agate from me in a long time. There for a while you were seeing it. We actually had another source on it that had done the same thing as me, had collected. He ran out. But this is, if you see this, it's got all the lacing in it. This is by far the largest blue lace agate necklace I've ever cut in my entire career. In 43 years, this is the largest.
Did you hear what Jay just said? The largest blue lace agate Jay has ever cut in all 40 plus years that he's been doing it. Will be sold out in 3.5 minutes. It's a this day only, so the pricing has been brought down to like a today's special price. So if you'd like to try something new, the color is the thing that grabs you. It's that soft, beautiful. Imagine looking up in the sky and seeing wisps of clouds. It's soft and subtle and peaceful and confident and happy. But because of the size of it, it makes you feel important. It's not too much. And the way it drapes down, I mean, we're looking at 19.5 inches with a 2 3/4 inch extender. So you can adjust this to suit yourself so beautifully. We continue to get questions about what is happening at 9 p.m. At 9 p.m., Hubei. At 9 p.m., the lowest price Hubei we've ever done. At 9 p.m., perhaps the last Hubei you will see for perhaps a long time.
The last Hubei necklace maybe ever that I'll be able to do.
Well, there you go.
You never know. But when you see it, I don't want to get into it right now. But this is really like really almost the last chance on anything like this. And when you see it, it's just remarkable. It's actually the lowest price one that I think we've ever been able to do.
9 p.m. You cannot be late. If you're late, you will miss it. It will sell out like that. We just had a great comment though, Jay. Ammo says, that blue lace is enormous. You're right, Ammo. And stunning. The color, the color? I don't know the accent that was, Jay. The color?
I understood.
Yeah, thank you. The soothing, enticing, yet also energizing at the same time.
It really, and here again, George was really cute. Of course, George unfortunately is no longer with us in spirit, but not body-wise. But George, when you bought with him, you just didn't go to the mine and buy the rough. He was really cute. That's why I say he was a great marketer.
Right.
But you had to come and sit in his office, and he would hold court.
Right.
And he would tell you the whole story of blue lace agate.
Wow.
It was a whole production and stuff. And the thing is it's like you see it the first time, you think, oh God, that's great, and everything. Yeah. But when you see it the third, fourth, fifth, and 10th time, you're going, okay, well, yeah, I've already heard that part.
I get it.
What happened in this, it was really very interesting. In the Swanson family, his nephew contacted me later on in life, and they were reopening the mine. What happened with it is George, when they went down and they were chasing the blue agate, they just went straight down like this.
Yes.
Into the deposit. They never bothered to actually what they call step it. Where they have steps and shelves and stuff.
Yeah.
The reason they do that, how you mine is you go in, then you have to make a step, and then you go down a layer and you make a step. Have you ever seen open pit mines?
Yes.
Okay, you know how they go out, right? They don't still go straight down.
Yeah.
And the reason that is okay, maybe the material's down there, but if you don't step it, then if you have any rock slides or anything falls, it comes all the way. Where does it go? To the bottom of the mine.
Yeah.
Well, if you got guys down there working in the bottom of the mine, it's
risky business.
It's a really bad thing.
Yeah.
And so that's why, it has to be stepped. Well, where he was at when they were first mining it, I mean, it was like, this is in the middle. This is just, I mean, you make up your own rules type thing. Well, as you know, the mining industry and everything, they started, putting people, started to say, hey, they came out and they said, hey, this is unsafe. You can't do this. Yeah. The most expensive thing in the world that you'll ever do, trust me, is move dirt, okay? Moving dirt, we're building a house right now, I won't tell you, but it's expensive to move dirt, okay? But when you're mining, the most expensive thing you can do is move dirt. And so for them to go in there and reclaim that and step it down so they could get down to the blue lace again and get back into it, you'd never recover the money. So that's why you don't get this. Like I said, this has been in my collection. This material could have been up to 20 years. I probably haven't bought it in this in like 10 years or better. I haven't ever bought any, and when I did, it was only small amounts. So what we're doing is we used only the high grade that we had left. So this is all the AA, AAA. Sure. Look at the size of this, the largest. Look how beautiful this is. It's a masterpiece.
Well, it's the color. The color is so flattering as well, I have to tell you. We have less than 100 with everybody on the phone line. We'll let you know when it's officially sold out. I do want to share with you real fast. In about 20 minutes, we have amethyst like perhaps you've never seen it before. An ombre amethyst. Jay, this caught my eye, it piqued my interest. 5-star reviews across the board. We're gonna do this shortly. Give us 10 seconds on this.
What I love about Adam is like I'd forgotten that we had done this, right? He brought this, he says, I was just out there, I saw this. He started explaining what it, tell me what it was. I was going, what are you talking about? And all of a sudden he understood. I mean, I can actually understand what he says, believe it or not.
You're the only one, Jay.
I speak British, I do. I'm fluent. Well, I won't say that, I won't go that far. Okay, I'm close, I can understand. But this is really totally cool, and he picked up on that. This is Ombre Amethyst, and this is a mine out of, it's not Zambia, it comes out of Namibia.
We'll tell you all about it, and of course 9 p.m. is the place to be, the time to be here. 9 p.m. Hubei Turquoise while it lasts. Stay with us. More Jay King after this.
At Dial 10 Beauty, we believe in the confidence that lies within you. Every woman deserves to feel beautiful in a matter of a few minutes each day. That's why I created Dial 10. I want to give you beauty tools to create that feeling. My mission is to make you feel empowered, unstoppable, and unapologetically beautiful. Give me 10 minutes and I'll change the way you see yourself.
I love to eat, but more than that, I love to cook. I want to share my insider tips and tools with you. Take your cooking to the next level and join me for Your Kitchen Mondays at 8 here on HSN.
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Electronics, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered. Shop smart and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
We go around the world acquiring different stone. People don't realize these are not renewable resources. When they're gone, they're gone.
You joining us live. Mr. Jay King is here for the final show of today, of course.
Today.
We were just discussing the armoire and what's in the armoire, the Hubei Turquoise at 9 p.m. It's for you, but only you. There are no extended deliveries. It's inside there, and it is less now than 35 minutes away. Inside that armoire is the lowest priced antique, vintage, most sought after, most famous turquoise on God's green earth, and we will do it in 30 minutes from now. Jay, we're gonna have a little bit of fun with a clearance special. It always feels a bit funny saying the word clearance. What it should really be is just a kind of the last of the last in the vault. All of Jay's items always have a wonderful value to them, obviously, but when we only have a handful here and a handful there, they put it on a clearance price. Don't be mad at us, it's $49.90. There's like 50 here, 30 there, 20 there. You can choose which color, citrine, rose quartz, or the amethyst in a classic heart silhouette. Jay, we're saying 2 minutes or sell out. You got to be thinking about not only yourself, but your daughter, your sister, somebody for the holidays. Real jewelry, real sterling silver at fashion jewelry prices.
Even if that, Adam explained it perfectly. Here's the thing with clearance. Clearance doesn't mean that it didn't sell, that it was bad or anything like that. Clearance means you have to understand, when the clock is ticking here, it's
Yes.
very expensive to put things on TV,
Yes.
right? I mean, you know, all these people I know, you think they just come here to have fun. But everybody wants to get paid, right? Airtime, plus you have to pay for the airtime and everything. It's very, very expensive.
Yes.
So here's the thing, you can only give things so much airtime. When they get down to like certain levels, which these have, then what they do is they just basically give them away.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just clearing it out of the vault, making room for new merchandise,
That's
right?
what it
so
is.
you have new merchandise, things that, you know, that have enough bulk where you can make money on them. Okay, as the manufacturers, and I will say this, anytime anything goes on clearance, anything that's on 5 and 5, or anything that's on that says clearance
Yeah.
is below what I could manufacture and sell it for.
There you go.
And there's not a single thing that you see on this show. Okay, I'll take that back. I didn't manufacture the Ethiopian opal necklace. I didn't cut the beads.
Right.
If I would have, that would have been a lot more expensive than that. That's the only thing you've seen today. But I did finish it and stuff. I just bought the raw beads. I mean, all the finishing work and everything was all us. But everything else you see here, I make from scratch.
Yeah.
Okay. When I say I don't mean I mean us. You know, my group, my team.
Right.
You know, but we build all this, and I cut all of this. I don't buy these hearts. I don't buy any of these. This is all we actually make. All of that is all of the rough. That's why I always bring the rough material to show you know, like all these amethyst, citrine, all that. We cut it right from the natural crystals. We cut that all from all these hearts, all done by our lapidus, all the silver work done by our silversmiths, everything put together, designed by us. I didn't design this one, but I've designed similar, but one of my designers in-house. We don't even buy designs from people, right? We don't buy anybody else's designs. I have people approach me all the time trying to sell me designs. I've just never, it just doesn't work out for me.
Right.
So what I do is we only stick with our stuff, and you only see what you see here is, you know, you don't go out and find our stuff out there in the world,
no.
right? It's, we make just for the show, the Mind Find show. It's very exclusive. And so that's what we've done in this case. But here again, I couldn't build these, but if you're, now, and I hate to talk about my wife, you know, but I will, okay? But
please.
I only say that, but you know, Sheila's very good about Christmas shopping and stuff like that. You have to understand with me, you know when I Christmas shop?
Go on.
Usually about 6 hours before.
I knew you were going to say that.
Christmas, dude. I am not a good shopper. I just not. Now, if you want me to go buy rough or find turquoise or something, man, I'm the dude, man. I'm the guy, right? Or if you want to buy a plane, I'm your guy. But if you want me to buy you a Christmas gift, I'm not your guy, you know? But she is very good about shopping and getting, and I always pay premium, stupid prices and everything, where she buys things for people and puts them away. And I mean, this is like, if you think about it, and you know, if I broke this down to you, just silver and what the raw materials and stuff cost, you know, you would just go, man, really, seriously, you can't make that. And earrings are the most expensive thing to make. Have you ever noticed that? You know, you'll have a necklace that say like 100, and then the earrings are going to be 85. Right. There's a reason for that. Okay, earrings are the most expensive of anything that you manufacture. Earrings cost the most.
Well, you know, who knew? Why is that, Jay?
You know what? It's just the way it is. It's the finding, it's the labor, it's everything matching, it's the whole thing. It took me a long time to figure it out. I gotta tell you, I've lost so much money on earrings and stuff, thinking, well, if the necklace is 100, the earrings should be 15. Right. Where it cost me 35 to make it, you know, even actually build it, you know?
My God.
So,
well, there's actually another set of earrings in the next hour that you'll love as well, which are brand new. 25 minutes to go, everybody. 25 minutes till showtime, prime time, the big event, the big launch. 25 minutes. I was really intrigued to talk to Jay about this. I talked his ear off about the beautiful new mine that, what is like a decade old?
Yeah, well, this is Turquoise Hill. Here's I brought a piece of the rough so you can see. Look at the caramel matrix in that. See the caramel matrix in the nuggets? Okay, you know, this is really intriguing, and that's actually one of my specimens I got. But you see, that's all natural, and that's a caramel matrix in that. And if you look at the nuggets in here, you'll see the same thing. Now, this goes in my specimen case, but this is out. That's out of this same load right here. It was just an exceptionally big nugget that I cut, and then I thought, man, that is cool. That's going in my specimen case. But this is Turquoise Hill. This started off it's been, the mine's been actually producing for about 10 years. I knew about it for about 5 years before that. And the reason I knew is because of a geologist friend of ours.
Go on. You move in such high places. Great circle of friends.
Well, I got to tell you, it's really kind of funny. It's in my business, it's not what you know, it's who you know. It really is. It's what you know to a degree.
Right.
But it's if you don't know people, no, if you don't know people, forget it, man. I mean,
so
well, you know, but the deal is he's a geologist, but he works, and I can't tell you the names of companies. I get in trouble.
Right.
Okay, but he works for these big companies that look for gold, silver, platinum, copper. They're, metal resource individuals. And here's the deal. He called me up. He's in Mongolia, and he says, "You're not going to believe what I found today." And he found turquoise, right?
Right.
And I've said this before, but this is, think about this. I want you to think about this. You could have the largest copper mine in the entire world. Yeah, there are copper mines that I could name that are huge. Kennecott has some even in New Mexico. That you could have the biggest copper mine in the world and not have a single piece of turquoise in that mine, not even a single piece of turquoise. You cannot have, it is impossible to find turquoise and not have copper present.
Is that so?
Because it's one of the key ingredients of turquoise. It's one of those must-have. There's like 27 different minerals and elements that have to be actually present for turquoise to form. That's why you don't find turquoise in every continent, even every continent. You don't find it in, in fact, United States until the early mid-70s was the only place that you was actually really producing turquoise for sale. Oh my God. So, and now of those 27 mines I used to buy from, there's one that's still active.
That's crazy to hear.
So now you have Mexico, Chile, this is Mongolia. But he was going around, he says, "I found turquoise, you're not gonna believe it." So they're prospecting it. Okay, now there was no infrastructure at that time. It's in the Gobi Desert. Now, Turquoise Hill, it's 10, it might be even a little bit, maybe even 11 or 12 years old now. They went in, they started out, before they could start mining, they have to build roads.
Well,
then they have to be able to get water.
Getting it out of there.
No, they have to be able to get water. They have to be able to get, all the different things. That's just me. Actually, that mule and that horse are both dead now. I don't mean that, I don't want to bring you down, but that's turquoise. Okay, so, but the thing with this that makes the Turquoise Hill mine so rare, so unique and so different, so unusual, is it took them a long time just to build the infrastructure to get in there, to be able to, it's in the Gobi Desert, so what do you need? Water, right? Right. So they had to be able to figure out water resources and how to bring in water and all that. And it started out as an open pit copper mine. Yes. And that's when I started getting the turquoise. Now, we don't officially mine the turquoise, but there are people, they let them, so we get it as they find it. Yeah. We don't get a steady supply of it. Right. We have somebody that buys it up for us. But about 5 years ago, they discovered gold. And when they discovered gold, then they actually started doing shafts, cutting shafts and going down, because now that's expensive to do that. That's really expensive. To do the shafts? To shaft. It's open pit's expensive, don't get me wrong. But to do shafts is engineers and all kinds of different things. But they found gold. And so they started mining that. And now they are probably running into turquoise there, but I don't have access to that. They don't give it to you. But it's one of the few mines actually I've ever been to. In fact, it's the only mine that I can think of that actually is open pit and shaft mine. Really? Yeah, that I've ever actually seen. Okay, that's actually functioning work. They're either open pit, or they're shafts, or maybe they're surface mines where they're chasing the veins. Sure. But it's one of those three, and this has both. But if you look at this, look at the size of these nuggets. They're big. Here's something that's really collectible, guys. This is, and this is why I bring the rough material. You can see, what makes it really special is that nice blue, but look at that beautiful caramel matrix in this. You see it. And what I did on this is I just tried, to keep it as natural as possible with the nuggets. But can you see this, that caramel matrix? Now, this is an exceptional piece, right? And then it's almost got little spider webbing in it. Yeah. And this almost, if you see the matrix on that, it almost looks like it's plastic, doesn't it? But it's not. It's actually just, it's all like gem silica. It's almost like a silica. It's a specimen.
Right.
I mean, if I could have a whole load of that.
You'd be a happy man.
Yeah, and I'd be real stuck up, and I wouldn't be talking to people and stuff like that. I'd really think I was somebody special.
Thank you for your orders. Stay right there. 5 flexible payments. Use your HSN credit card to get a 6th flexible payment. If you did have your eye on the matching earrings or the matching cuff, let me just give you the details. There's only 100 left in the cuff, just under now, and just a little over that in the earrings. The earrings are $89.98. Fabulous pricing. 5 flex of $18. The cuff bracelet is $229.98. 5 flex pay of $46. I do love that cuff, Jay.
Yeah, and you know, here again, this attests to our art. Old school, goes back to what we do. You know, the two elements that you have to make jewelry like we do, which most people that tell you in the jewelry business don't have anymore, is silversmiths.
Right.
That's key.
Right.
And lapidaries. Every one of these thinks about, these are all just nuggets that have been cut down. There are no 2 of these that are identical, right? This is free form.
Yeah.
Every one of these has to be all hand done.
Yes.
Everything on this is built. The lapidaries cuts the turquoise stones.
Yeah.
The silversmith actually builds the cuff around it. Same thing with the earrings. Same thing with anything that we have on this ring. Any of the accessory items. It's all done by hand, individually, just for that particular stone.
It's a great mine find. It's Turquoise Hill. Enjoy it. Your new piece of turquoise for the collection. Talking of turquoise, T-minus 19 minutes. The event of the year is taking place. Hubei turquoise, the most famous vintage antique turquoise, at a price that is accessible. We've never been able to achieve it before.
I think it's the lowest price we've ever been able to do a Hubei necklace for.
That's what I saw.
And okay, but the thing is, this is all like A-grade material, okay?
The best.
This isn't like junky material.
No.
This is like all A-grade material for like a crazy, crazy price.
It's at 9 p.m.
It's a one and done, one shot gig.
So I'll give you another warning in about 5 minutes, but you've got to have your phone by your side, certainly a tablet or a laptop. You've got
I got
to
a feeling
be
they'll go
first in.
fast.
They're going to go so quick. I want to talk about this because this is a special opportunity at $69.98. I've always got an eagle eye for things like this. This spoke to me because I love the colors. Darker skin, lighter skin, light hair, dark hair. This is a brilliant buy. You should add this to your purchases tonight because it's $69.98. It's on 5 flex pay. I'll quickly tell you, it's 18 inches with a 2 and 3 inch extender. There are not many to go around. Jay, you see, we all have our favorites and personal things that we kind of drawn towards. I love this.
This is like New Redskin Tour, and very seldom do I work in this. This is Sunstone. This comes from a friend of mine. They don't mine this material per se. The turquoise they do. The sunstone, they don't really mine it. They more or less collect it. They gather it. Sue teaches the local indigenous people what to look for. And this is mainly found in iron ore fields and meteorite fields. You know, this particular rough material. And they call it sunstone for a reason. If you see it, it almost looks like a rutilated quartz. It's not. Right. And if you look really close on it, you'll see actually crystals growing within. And you know, like an idiot, I have some of this rough. I should have brought it so I could show you. I guarantee you, you could have a whole yard full of this, and you'd probably be walking your dog on it, playing around, stuff like that. If you don't know what you're looking for, you would never even know what you're walking on.
Is that crazy?
And it's really crazy, and she teaches them what to look for. Now, I'm telling you, in the rough, sunstone is not impressive. It's like opening a Christmas present.
Right.
You know, like you never know what's inside. Yeah. You know, so you always shake it.
Especially if it's one from you.
Yeah. Plus, by the time you shake it that many times, you already broke it. You know, in most cases, you know, with me anyway. I don't know how that happens, but it does. So, but the thing is, it's like a Christmas present. When you look on the outside of of it, and you would think, oh man, there's nothing. You know, I'm not gonna. This is gonna be a tie or something like that. I'm not gonna wear it, right? But when you start to cut it and you look into it and you go, oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. Right. You know what? That is just absolutely beautiful what you did.
Layered with the turquoise
Absolutely gorgeous what you
really.
did. That is perfect. You know, picture's worth 1,000 words, and that says it all about mine finds and all the different things you could do. And I'm not just saying mine finds. I mean, think about if you've got any other designer. You know, you've got like base pieces that are really, and then you can build around that.
Sure.
The cool thing with mine finds, though, not that I'm just trying to promote my stuff. Okay, I am.
You're a little biased.
But the thing is they're going to go back together. Right. You can see right there, that was a great shot. Okay, there you go. You know, I usually hate these shots, but this is great. Do you see all the different crystals?
I see it.
See the crystals growing within?
Yeah.
And that's why they call it sunstone, because you actually see the illumination.
Right.
And all that is the light refracting off of those crystals growing within inside the crystalline material.
Well, folks, we are down to now sellout quantities. There's only about 150 left. It's on 5 FlexPay. It's the lowest price ever. I mean, guys, that's a great shot right there.
There is, okay. And you see each one of those dots, each of the, anytime you see color, if you look really close, okay, if you actually go and you pull that and you look at it and you don't even need a magnifying glass, you know, you could just look at it and you'll actually visibly see the crystals growing. This would be perfect together as a match, and that is really great. And the turquoise hill, see that big nugget look, and then you've got more of a finished look, but you also, because they're natural materials, they blend together. That's a hot look right there, actually. That is super, super hot. And again, on the appraised values on our things, we take the lowest, all right? In a lot of cases, I don't think you could even buy it for what they appraise it for.
It's true.
But the reason I say that is a lot of what you see here, we have a very, very extremely niche business. I don't know anybody else that is identical. I know only one other company that is close to us, but that kind of builds things the way we do. I've only one other company, but we're very niche. We go right from the ground, right from the material, the mine, the raw silver, everything right to finished product. So most people don't. Most people buy things and they piece them together, or they buy things that are already pre-made. And with us, we do it just like Grandma used to. We just make it all from scratch.
Jay is all the real deal, and that's why we love Jay's shows. We're going to do 3 very fast mentions, folks. These were items that were canceled from our show because they sold down too quickly. This is the very first one, Sapphires and Emeralds. It debuted earlier. Jay, real sapphires and emeralds?
This is real sapphire, real emerald. Okay, so you've got pink sapphire from Mozambique. You've got the Malawi blue sapphire, which goes from a light blue all the way to an indigo blue. And then you got Brazilian emerald. I did this, we cut quite a few of these. I did this from viewer requests, people actually requesting this combination.
It's beautiful.
So we did it. I had it on the last show, and Leslie and I, you know, who would have thought at that time of day that they were going to sell, and they just blew out. We just have a very few left. If you want to get in on it, you might still be able to get one.
Next one that we're going to show you is our beautiful Azure Peaks and Turquoise Lapis necklace, $84.90. Jay, can you make this for that?
No.
Thank you.
And look, okay, I want you to pay attention to something here, okay? Look at the quality of this turquoise. Think about the craftsmanship. It probably took over 3 pounds of just raw turquoise material, a fairly good sized material, to build this one necklace. Now, does this weigh 3 pounds? No. You lose 70% on your first cut when you got it, but that's how much it takes. And these are all what they call shaped beads. So anytime you shape anything, everything that's shaped or more finished, especially round beads, if you actually want to absolutely waste the most of your material that you can possibly waste, cut anything round.
There you go.
Right, there you go, right? So this is a combination, look how this lays. We've actually layered this for you. We actually looks like you're wearing 2 different necklaces, but we put it all together in one. And then the way I've designed this is the way it goes up the neckline. It's very, very comfortable.
Does that layered look right out of the gate? Last but not least, and there's only 50 of what I'm about to show you. I was so sad when they told me this was canceled from the show. It is pink opal in a link style for $112, Jay.
This is crazy. And here again, This is a gallery design. You know what's going on right now? And here I am doing this show working when I should be in Albuquerque at the Balloon Fiesta. That's what I should. It started today.
Oh, wow.
Today's the first day of the Balloon Fiesta. And the reason I say that, I invite anybody to go to Albuquerque, okay? Go to Albuquerque for the Balloon Fiesta. It's the first 2 weeks of October.
Right.
It's the very first weekend of October, always.
I bet it's
and it goes
magical.
for 2 weeks, okay? It's the most photographed event, I believe, in the world.
I believe it.
In the world. I think it's the most photographed event. Go to the galleries in Albuquerque. Drive up to Santa Fe, about an hour drive. Go to Santa Fe. You've heard about Santa Fe. Go to the galleries there and look and see if you even see anything similar to this and see what they would sell something like this for. This truly is gallery design at just a crazy, crazy price.
Guys, I've stepped off because I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's happening in 10 minutes. Chances are it will be sold out within 5 minutes. I'm about to reveal the Hubei turquoise necklace. I'm not going to show you the price because it will sell out before we even get to it. And then what will Jay and I do? This, by the way, is our smart deal armoire. It's $74, the lowest price ever. You ready? You are looking at premium grade Hubei vintage antique turquoise. If I told you the price, you would not believe it. It's not $500. And I promise you it's not $400. Find out what it is in 10 minutes from now. Hubei turquoise is within reach, folks. You'll be one of only a handful or so of people around the world to have something so special and so spectacular. But for now, it's time to close the door. Another 10 minutes to go. Jay King and his amazing mind finds continue right after this.
Paris on HSN.
G by Juliana is for the confident, fashionable, amazing woman. She can expect to feel comfortable. She can also expect a lot of compliments. They'll be asking, who are you wearing?
You feel the buzz in the studio, Jay. We're all getting so excited about it.
I thought it was one of a bad light going on. I was going to call the electrician.
We are live and having fun on this. What day is it, Jay?
Saturday, isn't it?
Is it?
Is it? Yeah, it is Saturday.
It's Saturday prime time. We've made it, Jay. We've made the big time.
I never thought about that.
We have a quick special to show you, just a couple of moments here, but you have to see one of Jay's biggest selling necklaces of the year. Jay, you launched this a couple months ago, red coral, blue apatite, and a fabulous show-stopping style.
You know, this wasn't a launch for the coral. Of course, so you've got the faceted coral. And we did the coral because we want to give people options. You know, coral right now, and also I did structured pieces, so big pieces. The real showstopper, though, the thing that this was a world launch for the apatite. This is indigo blue apatite. It almost looks like the famous neon apatite. It has the same properties. It's chatoyant. It has I guarantee you, if we just turn the lights off in the studio, which with studio lighting, you're almost there anyway. But if you just turned off all the lights, this would actually probably glow in the dark. Okay, it is really, really fabulous. I've never. Okay, this is a one and done material for me. Okay, we bought everything that came out of the stope The people that I get this from, my friends in Madagascar, they specialize in apatites. I also get my labradorite from them too. All my really high grade labradorite, they have the claims on this. They call me on things like this. I found this about 3 years ago.
Right.
And they called me and gave me first, saw me in Tucson, said, hey, are you coming to Tucson? I said, yeah. And they said, we got something, we're not gonna show it to anybody else. We're gonna show it to you first.
Right.
But if you say no,
right,
then just so you know that we're moving on. We're moving on, okay? And I said, okay, yeah, that's cool. They showed me, I said, okay, I'm in. And it took them about 2 years to get it out of the ground. And we were finally able to bring it to you. Okay, we did the coral, which you see now, is this like, okay, like to die for or what? Okay, this is nothing but class, nothing but pizzazz. Right. I mean, you know, and here again, like I said, I'm a people watcher. I spend a lot of time in airports,
Too
traveling.
much time in airports.
Well, I don't mind actually, you know, like if I'm flying my own plane, right, I don't mind, right, okay? But unfortunately, you know, I have to fly commercial a lot, right? And I do mind that. And, after you've been doing it for 40 plus years, and at one time in my life, I traveled 50 weeks a year. I know that sounds stupid, but that's true. 50 weeks a year.
That's the year, Jay.
50. Yeah, I had 2 weeks off in any given year, and I did that forever. And then I cut it down to 40, and then I pretty much held it 40 for years and years, for decades. This though. The reason I'm telling you that, I'm a people watcher. Right. If you wore this through in front of me, in front of the airport, I would think, okay, here's somebody who's got money, who likes to shop, has class, and really likes to shop at really nice jewelry.
As Amo said, boss lady. It's a boss lady necklace right there. That's what it is. Folks, before we reveal the pricing on the Hubei turquoise necklace and we see you there, we have a very quick surprise to end this hour. We briefly showed it. We've kind of built this hour around this particular piece. This is Ombre Amethyst like you've never seen before. In this particular hour, if you were only to buy one thing, I would personally direct you towards this. I've always loved amethyst. My mom has an amethyst necklace that just, for me, it brings back a lot of childhood memories. I love this effect of the deep, beautiful, rich amethyst color and that ombre as it gets a little lighter and then lighter. This frames your face, it brings light to your face, and of course, it's available right now. Let me show you the price. If you'd like to have it, we have 400 available. The price is $129.98. Jay, this is amethyst like you've not done before.
I have never, okay, this was my very first time. In fact, we got such a huge response. Well, we're gonna try to do this with other materials. So this was the very first time. This is a brand new, by the way, this was a brand new mine find. This is a brand new deposit that's coming out of Namibia. Amethyst. And one of the big challenges on it when we got the crystals in is the different colors that they come in. They come from a lilac to a lavender to this deep, dark, rich purple, like the Zambian amethyst is. And so we were trying to figure out, what the heck are we gonna do this? How are we gonna make this work? Right. And then we got to looking at it and I thought, well, you know what? Let's try ombreing this. So this is actually the very first time. The only thing I've really ombreed before is turquoise, and I've done amber before. That's the only thing I've done with ombre type effect. I just think this turned out so lovely, so beautiful. And I did it from the dark, dark material to the lighter material. So it goes from the grape jelly, the dark, beautiful royal purple color into more like a lavender, and then it goes into almost like a lilac at the very top. Very, very, very soft and petite. Isn't that amazing? And we fasted it. Look at the grade of this. It sparkles, it gleams, it glows. Right? You know, and I have to tell you, I've done a lot of amethyst in my day. 3 minutes will sell out. I started out doing amethyst in my actually, first time Amethyst and I got acquainted was South America. And Brazil was the first, and then I moved on to Uruguay, and then made connections there, and then they were doing that. And then now it's about 12 years ago, all of a sudden, a friend of mine called me from Africa. Now, I will tell you right now, Africa, and check it out, do a little research on it. And I'm not saying, you know, like there's a saying which makes me laugh is it'll say, you know, like, well, it must be true. I saw it on the net, right? So it must be true. Well, not really. Okay, a lot of things on the net, to tell you the truth, I read it and go, what?
Right.
But if you do research and you see it from credible sources, you'll see right now what really has taken over the amethyst world as far as quality is the African amethyst. In fact, the highest quality amethyst I've ever seen is in Morocco. And fortunately, a friend of mine owns it. Unfortunately, he and I don't see eye to eye on price yet. And so I'm working on him. But right now we're not there. But hopefully one of these days we'll be there and I'll be able to offer that. I love this. This is a new, like I said, this comes out of Namibia. Namibia is not really known for its amethyst, okay? But all of these colors, these are the natural colors. They all come out of that same one deposit, that one same mine. Isn't that cool, though? I just love that effect, the ombre effect. I just thought this was such a great, cool look, really sophisticated, very different, and something really different and unique in amethyst that other people aren't going to do. Like I said, I've never seen anybody else do this in amethyst.
No.
I've never seen it. I've never, ever seen anybody do it. This is the first time for me, and I've been doing this for 43 years. This is the first time I've ever I've never had amethyst that I could actually do this with, to be honest with you. You know, you don't, usually when you get amethyst, it's one color, that's it.
So you won't repeat this next year?
Well, if people love this, I'm going to try to, anytime I get good feedback and people like something, I'm not going to make this same necklace.
Right.
But what I'll do is then if you like that, and so far a lot of people make it, well, what I'll do is I'll try to use that concept, but maybe I'll make shaped beads as far as maybe I'll do some like big, huge freeform stuff, things like that, and just try to play it into this. This is nothing but total class, though.
You're the only one.
I love how you've layered that.